Traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm excited about having my next guest on. I have with me Jude Smith. She's the owner of the Art Makery. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hello, Carol. Thanks for having me on. Again, my name's Jude Smith, and I own the Art Makery. It is a art consulting / art curation firm. I specialize in site-specific artwork for commercial clients or residential clients.
So what does that mean, what you do? Art curation. What is that?
So you would contact me if you have a new dream of building a hotel or a golf club house. I specialize in golf club houses. And you have the architect draw up the plans, you have the designer doing the design work, and you hire an art curator to curate your art package for you.
Isn't that interesting? Only on Networking Arizona. That's awesome. So now let's talk about your client then is, let's say if you're going to be opening up a golf club, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else? You say that you do free consultation with everyone. Do you work with everyone? You said even worldwide, as a matter of fact.
Yes, my clients are all over. I'll work with, for example, a client here called Woodbine, and they have clients all over. And they are in the hospitality. They do a lot of hospitality work, and I'm currently just worked with them on AC Hotel in Tempe, which is opening tomorrow, or it's already open, but they're having an open house tomorrow.
Have fun.
And that is one of my clients, and so I'm starting to specialize in hotels as well. I'm I'm starting my fourth one to date.
That's exciting. So now your website is theartmakery.com. Your phone number to call you is 602-316-6401. So let's talk a little bit. You said that you just were talking about some of your different projects that you've been working on. How exciting is that? The one that, if anyone wants to go see it, can they go over and see some of your work, or is the best way to see it is on your website?
No, it's best to view artwork in person. You get the connection. Original artwork, which is what I specialize in, has a emotional component to it. And original artwork has a lot of soul. And so when the viewer experiences original artwork, it evokes a certain emotion and feeling. And so artwork is meant to be enjoyed by everyone.
Oh, absolutely. So to see it in person, you said that they're opening tomorrow. Where was that?
It's AC Hotel in Tempe. They actually opened in June, but the open house is tomorrow. So anyone can go there and view the artwork, have some tapas and a cocktail, and or stay at the hotel. It's right on Rio Salada, right across from A Mountain in ASU.
You got to tell everybody. So what makes you? How do you get the feeling of what you want to do, and when you start talking to somebody and working with someone who wants to open up, let's say, a hotel or a golf club house or what have you? How do you get the feeling of what you want to put in there?
It starts with a conversation with my client, and my client lets me know what their vision is, and I'm a storyteller. And so then we take the vision and then we create stories around their vision. And so, for example, that particular project is local women artists. There is one artist that happens to be out of state, and everything that is in the project pertains to Tempe Town Lake and the Hayden Flour Mill across the street. And so when the viewers get to hear about the story and be a part of the emotion, it does something where they feel they're really viewing and enjoying the art process.
Absolutely. It's got to be so special. You say you specialize, though, in golf club houses. I mean, people would think, well, that's a golf club. That's going to be somebody who's golfing. Is that true or not?
No. Good art transcends. And original art, again, does have the emotion. And so, again, it just depends what the vision is of the owner. And so I've done, I believe, 16 golf club houses to date, and some in Cabo, in California, Arizona Country Club, Moon Valley Country Club, and Phoenix Country Club.
It's so interesting.
Phoenix Country Club dates back to the 1900s. So I went through all their archives for 6 months. Went through all their archives, and so everything in that place is balancing the old and the new. And I have framed every Phoenix Open winner to date between Arizona Country Club and Phoenix Country Club.
Wow, so interesting. Now, if you're someone out there that is, there's a lot of investors that listen to this show. You never know. Somebody might be thinking about actually opening a hotel or working on something like that. It's a hotel, it's a golf clubhouse, anything else?
Law firms, anyone,
Oh,
any
so law
commercial,
firms, any
any
commercial.
commercial property, any residential client as well.
Okay.
And so I just help them get to where they want to be, and in what their vision is, and what the feeling is, and what they want to evoke. And it's really important to me to stress the importance of original artwork. And we're in such a market where things are mass produced and they're printed and they're reproductions. And with an original piece of art, somebody has hand created that. And that's what the Art Makery is all about. If you go on my website, you will see that there's a video of artists working in their studios. And these artists this is their full-time job. Most of them have their master's, their MFA in fine art. And they're really schooled. They teach, and this is their love, and this is their passion. They're in many art shows. They're in one of the artists I'm working with now is at a show at the Phoenix Art Museum, and it's a big coup to do that. And so these are people that deserve people to collect their artwork.
Right. That's a special person. It's not just, the run of the mill. You are someone who really, really enjoys art.
I think
and
anyone
appreciates it.
Yeah. So let's say you're a first-time collector and you may have $30. Go to an art show. Support a local student. Work with someone that is possibly just starting out in their career, and that's okay. And it has to do something for you, and it has to evoke that feeling and that emotion.
Absolutely. Now, your website is theartmakery.com.
Correct.
Okay. And if they want to call you, you do a free consultation with them. And again, I got this sort of wrong in the beginning, so I want to make it clear. Anybody, residential or commercial, obviously, it just depends on, you want something very, very different, an original, something from an original. This is something I really appreciate you saying, because I truly believe the same thing, too. People should support those people who are, artists, and they're really working. Getting these things that are just mass produced is sort of silly at this point, right? Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my love. This is my passion. I've been in the business 30 years. I have a fine art degree. So my art degree helps me educate. Every day I'm educating. And I'm educating my client. I'm educating everyone that I'm around, because I feel that it's so important.
And I can imagine that when you're working with someone, whether that's their home or their office or anything like that, it really must bring out the feeling in that room. So much different than when you just walk into a room that has just any ordinary picture on the wall.
Oh, absolutely. And it lets them know about the culture of their business, in what message they want to convey to the viewer and or their client. It's a team effort.
Sure. Now, we have a couple of minutes. You had mentioned curation process like several times. So let's go a little bit deeper into it.
So a designer, an architect, or the owner will contact me, and they're looking for an art curator to curate the art. For example, I had a meeting this morning. I asked them what their vision is, what their story is, what their budget is. And so I do site-specific work that is tailored and unique just to that client. I do not pick things out of books. I do not just find an artist and say, this is what you're going to get. I take it many steps further. For example, if you are a law firm and you're downtown Phoenix, and I'll oftentimes work with the Historical Society and get historical photos and recreate those in a way that is maybe the old City Hall in a way that the viewer feels that they're really engaged in what Phoenix has to offer yesterday and today. And I specialize in old and new. Yesterday and today, historical work and work of the 21st century.
We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, I want to talk further about what you do. It's just really fascinating. It really, really is. Her website is theartmakery.com, and she does free consultations. She's worldwide. She can work with anyone, and so we're heard also worldwide. So give her a call. Her number is 602-316-6401. Again, the website is theartmakery.com. Hold on tight. We're going to be back in just a minute. Again, theartmakery.com. So welcome back. We're talking with Jude Smith. She's the owner of the Art Makery. It's fascinating. It's just fascinating what you do. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it for you because at the break, you had said that you don't work with someone who wants to match their sofa with a picture.
Correct.
Very different with what you do. Mostly commercial, but you do some residential, but mostly you've done movie stars. A lot.
Yes.
So there's a lot. Not dropping any names or anything like that. But this is very different with what you do. Go ahead.
It is. It's first of all, I'm very passionate about it, and so with passion comes knowledge. With knowledge, with having my fine art degree, comes a knowing. With comes 30 years experience, and my clients are all just wonderful, and it's a fun process. It really is. Artwork is just supposed to be fun, and I don't want it to be intimidating to people because oftentimes you'll walk into a gallery. And people feel intimidated. And artwork is supposed to be inviting. It's supposed to evoke a feeling and emotion and make you feel good. And
I'm sure your home must be fabulous.
it's very zen.
Yeah.
We live a very zen life, and we have a beautiful art collection, and we have a wonderful life. And there's some very talented artists out there. And support your local talented artists. There's a lot of really great artwork and artists out there. And downtown Phoenix is just done a remarkable job with promoting that, Roosevelt Row. And then you've got Grand Avenue, fabulous artists as well. So I have to give the artists, I wouldn't be in this business if it wasn't for the artists. And I have a great team. There's a guy, I have to give a shout out to James Angel. He's done so much for me. And he's just a very talented artist. And he's known all over the world. And so we worked on a project together amongst quite a few other artists called Amcor Technology. They are worldwide. It's American Korean corporation. And what they do is computer chip packaging. And so they used to be a bicycle company. So I listened to the story, I listened to their vision, and we executed. And how we did that was they have a 13-foot piece in their lobby of a photograph of a timeline of Amcor yesterday and today, and it's photography. We then used encaustic wax, and the artist, Kathleen Hope, inscribed into the wax to give it a relief surface, and that graces their lobby. Then we did pieces that incorporated the bicycle because it was a bicycle company. And then we incorporated desert elements and then some Asian elements as well. I did a handmade paper piece in the lobby, the it's the stairwell area by Susan Singleton. She's out of Orcas Island, Washington, and she incorporated bamboo. And so it gives you that handmade quality. And everyone to date that walks into Amcor that's visiting worldwide just marvels at the art collection.
I'm
and
absolutely
none of
positive.
this would be possible without all the talented artists and the great clients that I have.
Well, how do you get your clients?
Mainly through referrals. Everything is on a referral basis. Someone refers me. I've never advertised in the 30 years. I grew up in Iowa. I started my business there. I worked for a gallery for the first, so many years. Started at $5 an hour, worked my way to outside sales, then made $38,000 the first year, and then I just grew from there. And I knew there was so much more that I wanted to do. I'm very hard on myself. I'm a perfectionist, but my clients demand that. They're perfectionists. I'm working harder now as I'm getting older than I did when I was younger. And I think it's also because I know what can be done. And I know the changes that I want to make in the art business and for people to appreciate in the art world.
And not just at these big corporations, but in every place you really want it. Not just you want
absolutely.
everybody to do that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a mission of mine. It's for everybody to enjoy original fine art. And maybe you do just want to print, and that's fine too. I don't want to look down upon that at all. But I think it's really important because oftentimes when people are out shopping, they don't always know the difference. And so I think it's important for them to be educated and to ask questions.
Well, it's an investment.
It can be, yeah. It's an investment on your feelings and something that makes you feel good. The investment artists are those that I don't get into, not saying that the artists that I work with are not. But it's an investment in yourself. and it
Sure.
makes you feel good.
Absolutely. Now, her website is the artmakery.com. She works worldwide, and she does free consultations. You have to do that. That's 602-316-6401. You know, very interesting with what you do. When we had spoken originally, it's a story. It really is. You have a lot of them.
A lot of stories.
Right. Okay, so to the listening audience who may be wondering, why shouldn't you just go to a website and purchase, let's say, those low cost, which most people do, right? Why? Tell them why they shouldn't do that.
The very thing of creating an emotion. Our original artwork has soul, and you are supporting artists. You're supporting people that are working hard every day to create beautiful pieces of art. And if you do that locally, you're giving back to your local community, and the world has become mass produced, and it makes you stop. It makes you pause. To this date, when I see an original piece of artwork, I get emotional. If it's done well, if it's executed well. I like timeless art, something that you do not have to change with your decor.
How does it work when you're working with your client then, who may have a whole different taste than you?
They may not hire me.
Really?
Or
I was going to say, I thought maybe you would just, okay, go ahead.
I
to
do
listen
work-
to them and find out what their needs
and I
are.
do. Absolutely. I will listen to them, and I will find out what their needs are.
But if you say to them, I just don't see that there, then they either may like it or not.
Right. And generally, when people come to me, they already know the type of work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always an artist out there that I can find for them that they would appreciate, and a certain sense of style. But I love texture. I sell a lot of pieces that are texture. And it's something that people can get up and they can view it, and they just want to touch it and they want to experience it. And I do large scale installations. At the hotel, it's, one of the installations is 19 feet long.
Sure, right.
And, the sculptures are, 77 inches tall by Patricia Sinet, a local artist that's phenomenal.
Do you have some of the work that that people can see on your website too?
Absolutely. I have a video. I'm starting to video my projects because
That's the biggest thing right now. We're videotaping you here too.
Oh, great. Still life photos, you can't capture the essence how large scale the project is. And so videos are important. So you can go on my website. You can see the video of the process of the artist working on the wall clay piece at the hotel. And then also I have a video of artists working in their studios. One point I want to mention that I feel is really important with original artwork is people see artwork in a gallery. It's cold, it's sterile, and they think that that's where the art came from. If you look at an artist studio, it's a disarray, a mess. They've had loved ones that they've lost, and all of that comes through in their artwork. And that's what the Art Makery is all about, to show that craft that is done with the hands of an artist and how much work and emotion and thought that they put into creating that piece of artwork.
The website is theartmakery.com. Go up and check it out. It sounds like it's so wonderful. 602-316-6401 is her phone number. She does free consultations and works worldwide. When you're working with a client, how long does the process take?
The hotel was a year and a half.
It's not a quickie is what I mean here.
No, but it can be. I can design a space in a week or two.
Okay.
I can turn things around very quickly if they're pieces that the artists happen to have in stock. Oftentimes, though, my clients have large spaces that they need to fill, so we will do commissions. But I work very hard at it. I'm passionate, and I will do what it takes to get the job done. And I don't bill for that. And I don't bill for that time, and I don't bill for that research. And, I make my living just on the artwork itself. And so if you do hire me, I will meet with you, I will spend time with you, and I'm not billing you per hour.
Well, what would you like to leave the audience, with the audience right now? That was awesome right there. But really, what would you like to leave them with?
Get out and enjoy. Look at the artwork. Look at everything around you. Everything that's living and breathing is art. It's not just something that is created with paint.
Where are
It's
some of your
sculpture.
favorite places here? You had mentioned a few of them. Go ahead. to see art?
To see art, I actually I find it out in nature. You know, nature is art in our home, in your homes, in public spaces. Go to the museums, go to the libraries, go, like I said, in Phoenix, you know, go to Grand Avenue, go to the galleries and support them. They need that support. And also students. ASU has a great ceramic department. Phoenix College is just doing some amazing work with their ceramics department. And so get active, get involved, and learn about it and enjoy it. And don't buy mass-produced artwork.
Now, don't do
You're
that.
only supporting other countries when you do that.
Well,
Support
that is so
local.
true. That is really true.
Keep the carbon footprint as low as you can.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Oh, goodness. Just enjoy it. Art is fun.
And our original art is probably the most wonderful thing that you can do by not only making yourself feel good, like she said, but also by supporting our local artist. Her website is theartmakery.com. She does work all over the world, and she can also do a free consultation with you all. And her number is 602-316-6401. She has a video on the website. I'm going to go look at it. And again, it is theartmakery.com. And again, 602-316-6401.